Hello friends, welcome back to Projectometric. In today's video, we are diving into one of the most practical and sometimes challenging aspect of a project scheduling, which is crashing a schedule in MS Project. Whether you are facing a tight deadline or an unexpected delay, or simply want to explore how to compress your project timeline, schedule crashing can be a valuable technique. And with MS Project, we have powerful tools at our fingertips to analyze and implement these changes effectively. In project management, crashing a schedule means accelerating the project timeline by adding resources, often at an increased cost, to critical path activities. It's a technique used to shorten the project's overall duration, typically when a project is behind schedule or when a specific deadline needs to be met. Suppose you have prepared this schedule, a one-story building project, and it is having a start date of 3rd February 25 to 16 July 25. Now, for tracking of this project, once it starts, what you will do, you will go to project, click on set baseline, and click on set baseline, and you will set the baseline for this project. So once you set the baseline, you can see at the right hand side, there is a black bar has appeared just below the earlier bar. And now one baseline has been set. To view the baseline, you need to include the columns baseline start and baseline finish. Also, you can insert the column baseline duration. So as of now, you can see all these things are same. I mean, baseline start is equal to the start date, baseline finish is equal to the finish date, and baseline duration is equal to the duration. But while you will start tracking the project and enter the actual start dates as well as the percent complete for each of the tasks, then this baseline start and finish will not change, but this start and finish will become the revised start or finish. Let's see. Let us include the two columns. One is the percent complete and actual start. We should include the another column, the actual finish also for those activities that has actually been completed. Now let us put the status date. We will take a date in between, say 30th April. We have taken 30th April and clicked on OK. So now we will put the percent complete of each task as on 30th April. So let us assume that the foundation has been completed 90%. Once you put 90% against the foundation task, automatically it takes the baseline start as the actual start date. But you can change that. For plinth beam, say you have completed 50% by now. For the floor columns, let's say you have completed 25%. And for the ground floor slab and other activities, we will not put any percent complete. We will see what is the effect of changing the actual start and actual finish dates. Here, no task has completed till now, so we will change only the actual start part. So instead of 3rd February, let us keep this 5th February. So you can see that this 90% has not changed, but once we put the actual start date, the revised start date has been changed to 5th February from 3rd February, which was equal to the baseline start date. And also at the right hand side, you can see that this blue bar has shifted from 3rd February to 5th February for 2 days. And since it is 90% completed, you can see that up to 90%, the color of the blue bar is darker. And for the remaining 10%, which work has not been completed so far, the bar is of light blue color. So this is somewhat tracked as on 30th April. Now to update this project and to get the revised finish date of this project, we need to update the project. We will click on reschedule uncompleted tasks to start after 30th April and click on OK. As of now, you can see that there is no change in the revised finish date. It is still showing 16 July 25, which is equal to the baseline finish of the project. But there is a delay because you can see from here that the ground floor slab and staircase should have been completed, but it is not the situation right now. So far, only the foundation and plinth beam has been completed partially, and the ground floor column also completed partially. But the ground floor slab and staircase is delayed. So overall, there is a delay in this project, and to get the revised finish date of this project, we need to update this project. We'll do it from the project tab in the ribbon. Click on reschedule and completed work to start after the status date and click on OK. And you will see that the finish date is now moved to 16 September 25. So this is the revised finish date of this project which we have got from this tracking. And also for each of the tasks, we can insert the finish variance and can see what is the delay against each of the tasks. Now suppose you have to complete this project within 31st August, but here the finish date is showing 16th September. So there is a 16 days that you need to compress the schedule. To reduce the 16 days, first you have to check what are the critical activities in this schedule. You can easily do it with these steps. Go to view in the top ribbon and from the highlight, click here and click on critical. All the critical tasks in your schedule will be highlighted. And you can check that these tasks are red in the right hand side. So you can easily tell that these are the critical tasks. Now, to reduce the project timeline, you need to reduce the duration of these projects. Mind it, you have to reduce the duration only and not the baseline duration. Changing the baseline duration will not have any effect on the schedule. So only thing you can change the entire project's duration is to change the duration of the critical tasks. So if you go to the first critical task that has not yet started, which is the ground floor slab, and reduce the 21 days duration to say 19 days. And how you will do that? You will do it by increasing the required resources, maybe labor or any other resource that is required critically for this slab. So after you change it from 21 days to 19 days, you can see that the entire schedule is also compressed by some duration. But here you have reduced only 2 days, whereas your schedule has been reduced by 4 days. It was earlier 16th September and now it is 12th September. Why? Let's check the calendar. Go to project tab from the top ribbon and click on change working time. And yes, you can see here there are two non-working days every week, the Saturday and Sunday. And also you can check the calendar, go to the calendar of September and you can see that there are two non-working days in between 13th and 14th of September. But we need to reduce further 12 days, and for that you go to the next critical activity. Changing the staircase or the multi-room duration will not have any impact. You can check it also. Say for the multi-room we are reducing the duration from 14 days to 12 days, and there is absolutely no change in the overall project timeline. So let's not change the duration of the multi-room. That is a non-critical activity. Let's go to the next critical activity, which is block work, and let's try to complete it within 7 days. So let's just put 7 in the duration and hit enter. And yes, the finish date is reduced to 9th September. Similarly, we will do the changes in other critical activities subsequently, which is plaster, flooring, and painting. Now you can see that it has come within the targeted timeline, that is August 25. So this is how you can crash the schedule. But remember one thing, that just reducing the duration will not serve the purpose. You have to increase the resources in proportion to the reduction in the timeline. Maybe for flooring, earlier you have considered 50 mason when the duration was 14 days, but since you are reducing it to 12 days, you have to increase the number of masons. Earlier, when you had a flexibility, then you could have deployed less resources to complete any particular activity, but with delay in the project, you are reducing the flexibility of using resources, and you have to deploy more resources to get the work done. Also, for the tasks where the work has been completed partially, there also you can change the remaining duration uh, by inserting the remaining duration column. And from here, for example, for this ground floor columns, which is a critical activity, 25% work has been completed, and automatically the remaining duration is being shown as 10.5 days. So if you put 8 here, it will reduce the timeline of the entire project, but simultaneously the percentage complete will show a higher number. So after changing the remaining duration, you need to change the percent complete once again, and it will adjust the duration likewise. So I hope you have got the idea of crashing a schedule in Microsoft Project. If you have any question, please feel free to ask in the comment box. Thanks for watching. Let's catch up in the next video.